Hello everyone, this is Stormy Cloud 21. Tonight we're going to be looking at a beast of the Mesozoic item. This is Allosaurus fragilis. 1/18 scale dinosaur action figure. One that I have always wanted since I first heard about it. One that I've wanted for years. Look at the artwork on this thing as it's bending down here and got its foot on top of the prey right there looking down. Excellent dinosaur. Now this one has been opened. I got this one displayed like new. Nevertheless, this was on my list for a long time now, and one I really wanted to get, which would also go very well with a lot of my Hammond collection figures. So finally, today was that day. And this is that dinosaur, one of those dinosaurs that I've acquired. So we're going to be looking at another one after this sometime soon. So talking about the packaging, you've got Beast of the Mesozoic dinosaur action figure. And then if you flip it around on this side, again, 1/18 scale. Here is the back of the box, and it has other figures in the line. This one I did acquire, so I will be reviewing this one, the 1/18 scale Dilophosaurus. So 1/18 scale, some assembly required. Beautiful image of this thing. Oh, collectible card inside as well. Some information about the dinosaur. I went and actually got to see one of these dinosaur skeletons of the Allosaurus firsthand. I've seen it. And the Stegosaurus. So this is really cool stuff. In Colorado, I went to a museum and boom, I got to see it. It was awesome. So I'm going to open this thing and we're going to check it out. Been around for quite a while now. It's just that I'm finally getting around to it, because this thing is not cheap. What I mean by that is, if you want this thing, you're going to have to work it into your budget, because it's going to cost you a bit if you want a dinosaur this scale and this size like this with all this articulation. I mean, yeah, we have the Hammond collection. This one is considered to be like scientifically accurate. The colors are striking. The articulation is nice, but it's on a whole nother level than the Hammond collection as far as the cost of attaining one of these items. So you're gonna have to save your money if you want to collect this line. And personally, I would have opened the box on the other side, but the person before me opened it on this side, so we're going with this side. Here we go. Here we go. Quite striking. I need some, like a photo of that, I was getting worried, but look what we've got right here. This is the Allosaurus card, and it just fell right out of the bottom of the bag. Of course, like I said, it's already been open, so it's pretty much used like new. So here is that card, and then you've got this information to tell you how to properly put the feet on, information about the stand. Yeah, don't force the stiff joints. Don't do it. We've got a background like this. Really cool trees and plants. Pretty nice. Seen one video, you seen them all, right? Well, no, you haven't, because you're watching my video. This is my take on the same dinosaur, so let's go. So this is pretty cool. There's like some stand pieces, and then you've got the tail in the second clamshell thing. All right, so here's one of the stand pieces. We got this foam, like flexi foam stuff. That's basically to keep it from sliding, and a clear acrylic. And it's got a peg right there. So this is like foam inside there. You've got this piece right here. You've got another piece that looks like this. And you've got a piece like this. Then you've got this quintessential tail that is very needed. And it's bendy wire tail in there. You see the holes like that. So you can get some posing with this tail. There's where it goes on right there. It's rubber. So looking at the instructions, I think I'm supposed to do something like this. That's what I get from it. And then you have this piece gonna go on there, and then you have that other piece. So basically like this, you stick it in sideways, it says in the instructions, and you turn it up like that. That's what I get from it. Then it looks like you're taking this piece and sticking that in there, like that. I probably have no clue what I'm talking about. Maybe, oh. Yeah, never mind. Now back here is the beast, the Allosaurus fragilis. And you've got these 4 extra feet. So we're gonna take those out first, and we're gonna try to put the tail on and look at some of the articulation. So for the Allosaurus feet, here's one of them right here. It's like the foot is lifting off the ground right there. So it's like walking. Yeah, definitely like walking. Or running, I guess, because you have this posed foot like aiming forward, which would be in the front. And you can see there, you can kind of make it out. There's that and a 2 right there. So I think that's R2 for right. And then this one, can't really, L2, left 2. So this would be the foot that's in the front, and then you'd have the foot that's lifting off in the back. You just have to find the corresponding foot that goes with each. And so this is the Allosaurus. I want to put that tail on really soon. Before I do, I'm going to open up that mouth, since I have a lot of room to work with right now without that tail getting in the way. This thing is pretty cool. So you can see it's got these like razor sharp teeth in here. Not actually razor sharp, but they're still pretty sharp. You know, I'm talking like in real life. We've got this tongue in here. You can see. Does it articulate? It might. It looks like it could. Looks like it could lift up and articulate a little bit. You've got some articulation right there already, because this thing was owned by someone briefly before me. I like the stripes there. Got the ear, those nice eyes, the blue on the crest. Very cool. The snout right there. Even the details in the top of the roof of the mouth, as well as on the bottom there with that tongue. And the jaw closes nice and flush and tight. And then you can open it up again. You can just adjust it in various positions. And it's not loose, that's nice. The neck, got a little bit of sway from side to side with that. And then going back and looking up or looking down. I'm gonna have to feel this figure out, because I've never, of course, this is my first time with this figure, And as time goes by, I'll find out that it can do more once it's out of the packaging again. So this arm here, we go back and forward. You've got, looks like some swivel here in the arm. Looks like it can go forward and back right there. But be careful, something will snap if you're not. These claws, glossy coat on black on there, sharp claws like the Allosaurus would have these prominent claws on the innermost part right there. Like the one I saw in the museum, I held a claw like that in my hand from an Allosaurus. A reproduction of it, not an actual. So here's that torso. We've got the leg going in and back. We've got your like bend at the knee. We've got the articulation right there, forward and back, and the swivel. We've got the foot. Remember, you can interchangeably change these feet. Got the peg hole, so you can put the different feet for running or walking. Even a painted dew claw. Now that's something, isn't it? So we're gonna put the tail on. Here is the ball joint on the back, and we're gonna put this. I'm gonna set this down for a second, and then I've got this tail. So it's been sitting out in the heat for a while. It might just go on there. I might just have to take a second. And here it is, Allosaurus. Wow. So, some people say to soak these tail parts in warm water, although not a bad idea if that's your only option. A better way is that hair dryer. You want to get yourself a hair dryer and point the hair dryer in the tip of, all you need is just this tail. You don't even need the figure. And point the hair dryer and hold this really close to it for at least almost a minute. And when it's about to burn your hand off, then take this and attach it. Use use the force. Anyway, then you'll get it on there, and you can take it back off again if you need to put it back in the packaging for travel or whatever. But this is a really beautiful dinosaur. I just love the colors from the get-go. I know there's other versions. I know there's a gray version. There's gonna be like a tiger version. But this was always my choice, my favorite colors for this thing. Even, I know there's gonna be a small one, some small ones too, but I always had this one on my list as a dream Allosaurus that I wanted to get. And even when it came out, I didn't spring for it for, well, until recently, and I didn't even get it from the source. So it's just really cool that finally I have this in my hand, enjoying my dream. It looks like an iguana tail, and it's just really nice to finally have this, make my dreams come true. It's a simple figure, I know you would say, but this was a dream figure for me. It's not one that you can just all of a sudden easily afford, unless you're just super rich and you just buy anything you see. It's gonna take some planning for some people to save up and afford for something like this. So I like this thing. This is cool. So it looks like you could use these stands to put the pegs of the dinosaur on the holes, the peg holes, like on these. Or it looks like, and I would say better option nowadays, if you just want your dinosaur to stand really good and just know that it's not going over, here you go. I'm gonna scoot this forward a little bit because this thing has a pretty long tail. But I can leave that there and I'm not worried that it's going to fall down one bit. That item is secure and safe with this stand right here. It is not going over at all. It's nice and secure, and it's gonna hold my item so I don't have to be afraid. So really cool stuff with that. Maybe in the future, if you want, I can do some comparisons, like have figures with it, or like people figures, or I could bring in Hammond Collection and compare it with the Beast of the Mesozoic Allosaurus, fragilis. I could do stuff like that. If you want to see it, just let me know in the comments. So after having reviewed this one, we will be looking at the Dilophosaurus from Beast of the Mesozoic. And there's going to be more than one color version, so I'm talking about the one that's already been out for a while now. We'll be looking at that. I'm going to move this over here. So anyway, this is Stormy Cloud 21, and thank you for watching this review. Please remember, hit that like, subscribe button. See more cool stuff coming up soon, as well as that notification bell. And thank you for watching, and talk soon.